see, the storage unit is almost full. You have to slow down with statues.
All right, fine.
No more statues.
No more statues.
Really?
That's right, everybody. Gem Mint back with another statue unboxing and review. This time we have the PCS Megatron from the Transformers line. So excited to open this. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe. You know we're giving away a Batman Killing Joke CGC 9.8 once we hit 110,000 subscribers. Stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll tell you how you can enter. For now, let's take a look at this nice art box. Got a bit of a glare to it. Here goes the styrofoam. PCS getting fancy with the straps. They even got their own logo on the straps, logo on the front of the styrofoam, doing big things. And speaking of big things, the first time I've ever received a number 1 for the edition size. Out of 400 pieces for the exclusive, I got number 1. Awesome, man. So let's go ahead and take off the lid. We'll see what's inside the styrofoam. There's the pieces. Let's take off the plastic. And here we go. So let's take a look at this first portrait. More of a serious face. Man, I love the paint work on the lines, on the cell shading. Everything looks great on these Transformers classic G1 statues. Got the red eyes, boxed nose. So cool. And then the exclusive portrait, he has an evil grin. Megatron being the big bad villain from the Decepticons in the Transformers universe. Gotta have that sinister grin, y'all. Here's a quick look at his 2 left hands. No big deal, just kind of all black. One of the hands on the right here does have a little bit of cell shading in the fingers as well. And here is one of his arms. Man, I love how they did that purple red in the joints. Big bloxy gray Transformers limbs on the forearm and on the bicep. Love that paint job. Here's another one of his arms. He's gonna have a couple switch out options that we'll take a look at, but you guys will see it. But man, I love the detail. It's simple, but it does a lot. I guess, you know, less is more when it comes to recreating cartoon statues. And man, I love this right arm with his big cannon on his forearm. Looks great. Again, same paint details with that cell shading. Now, it's not really painted on the statue, and it's not a decal. I forget the technique used, but it's actually a little bit more expensive. Here we have his energy mace, the ball and chain for his switch out weapon. So cool, man. This is like a whole different color and texture and material than his other pieces, so it really stands out. And here's the chain to the mace. So you can see it's got the sculpted in links here. I like that hot pink, almost translucency to it because it's made out of energy. And there's the end for the ball. And the bottom of the base with that number 1 out of 400. Love that, man. This base is super heavy. It's got a lot of intricacies in it too. I like the paint work. We're going to take a closer look at it for the review, but just a quick overview. 3D base. And then Megatron's body himself, that blocky chest, Decepticon's logo. Look, the inner workings on his stomach. He's got those big feet. Look at the little details on the inside of his foot, right? And then, of course, he's got his back here. All right, let's assemble this guy. So we have the base on the turntable. He's got 2 pegs in his left foot. We're going to find the holes, and we're going to put Megatron down on the base. There you go. All right, now we're going to put his left arm in. That's going to be the only left arm that he has. And you can see there's a space for 2 hands. So this is his regular hand where he's not holding the ball and chain. So we'll use that for his rocket switch out option on his right arm. Let's go ahead and get that put in right now too. So man, I love how that's all one piece. Such a huge piece for his main weapon. Looks great. Of course, we got to put that head sculpt in there. So I feel like he'll have that calm face with this switch out. Now we're going to use the other right arm, which is facing downward. And we're going to plug in the chain with his hand at the same time, and I have the ball connected on the other end as well. You got to kind of find the right angle to make that fit in his hand. So you kind of got to go up and over a little bit here. Then we'll get it into the keyhole, and we'll take a look at what that looks like when he's all assembled. And I feel like with that switch out, he'll have that more aggressive look, so we'll switch out the portrait to the evil grin. Megatron stands 23 inches tall with his gun switch out. The depth is about 18 inches, and the width is about 18 inches at its widest point. This piece retails for $800, and the exclusive is still available at Sideshow.com. All right, with that out of the way, let's get into the review. Let's start off with the base. You have the Decepticon logo on the front, great paint applications on there. You can see it fades from a pink to a purple to this blue color at the top. It's raised up off of the base. The brim of the base is sculpted almost like a circuit board. It really gives you that Cybertronian vibe. You have some good shading on here as well, because not only is this like a deep blue to a purple, you have black shadowing throughout the base with these pink highlights, so that looks great. The top of the base has these raised hexagonal platforms that kind of look like they rise and lower at Megatron's will. They put a lot of attention to detail on the sculpt here to really give you that illusion that this is from a robotic planet. Megatron himself looks awesome. I love how he's a boxy robotic character, but the way they sculpted his legs has these curves reminiscent to the original cartoon and movie. I really like how they did that. The oversized feet compared to his legs and his torso. On his back, you can see part of what he transforms into, that handgun that Starscream will wield. But then he has his rocket launcher on his forearm, on his right arm, which to me is my favorite display option. I really love the size of this. This would be the scope of the gun he transforms into, but it's the rocket on his arm. And then of course you got the two portraits. I like the smiling portrait when he has his gun. He just seems confident, but I like to switch it out to the angry portrait when he's holding his ball and chain, because it looks like, okay, now I'm mad, let me bring out the heavy artillery. So speaking of the heavy artillery, I do like the exclusive electronic chain and mace. I like the color. It adds some contrast to his gray body, and it really does stand out. And when it comes to these pieces, besides how big they are and dedicated to the G1 cartoons, the paint applications, man, that cell shaded look is awesome. That's what really sells this to me. It looks like it's the cartoon. It looks like 80s cartoon shiny metal to life in a 3D form. So I think PCS absolutely nailed that. All right, there we go. Megatron Museum Scale from PCS Collectibles. Let me know what you think about him in the comments down below. That's going to enter you into the giveaway for this Batman Killing Joke CGC 9.8. Once we hit 110,000 subscribers, I'll pick a random video where I promoted this giveaway and use a random YouTube comment generator to draw a worldwide winner. So just got to be subscribed and comment on these videos. I appreciate you guys watching, but don't go anywhere. Check out my other statue unboxing and reviews, and stay minty fresh. Peace.